Welcome to the September 8th Board of Selectmen's meeting. We'll start the meeting by with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The board is just coming out of a paperwork review. First up on the agenda is the review and approval of the consent items. We have the accounts payable manifest for 9/2 or September 2nd for $2,134,375.56. We have for September 9th $80,467.53. We have a payroll manifest for September 4th for $63,309.93. September 11th for $64,181.98. We also have a tax collector reconciliation for August of 2025 and a town clerk reconciliation for August of 2025. Any items to be removed? And if not, I'll take a motion.
Motion approved. Yep.
Motion made by Mr. Leary, seconded by
I'll
Ms.
second.
Queenan. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0. I forgot to say on top of the order, Steve Gannon will not be joining us tonight. He's away on business travel, so he's been excused. Requests for any additional items be added to the agenda or other business. I do, if no one else does, I do have two. It's just two sign applications that we need to approve, and I do want to have a conversation around clarification on the process. So we'll just take that at the one point of the agenda. If I can get a motion or a second for that.
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Motion carries 4-0-0. All right, first up, public input will happen no earlier than 6:45. Next up will be our business agenda. Approval of minutes for August 25th, 2025. Have we all had an opportunity to take a look at it? I was not here. I did review it. I did watch the meeting, so I'm pretty well in tune with what occurred that day. I'll take a motion or any changes, I guess.
So moved.
Motion made by Mrs. Plansky. Do I have a second? Second by Mr. Leary. Any discussion or changes? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain will be me, so 3-0-1. I know I raised my hand. Habit, I guess, is there. Next up will be a presentation regarding a upcoming project from the Litchfield veterans. Evening.
Evening, Mr. Chairman.
Evening.
Board, thank you.
Name and address.
Yeah, I will do that. Robert. I'm Chief Master Sergeant Bobby Jocks, retired. I live at 18 Lockmill Drive and president of the Litchfield Veterans Group. I'm here this evening to give you an update of a couple of projects that our Veterans Group is considering doing in the future. The first project, I think you have it on each one of your, in front of you, is in recognition of the 250th anniversary of the United States. In honor of all veterans, we'd like to put together a military tribute program. As you can see this by the handout, the banners would be personalized to each Litchfield and each honoring a veteran. Since American flags don't don our streets here in town, we don't want to compete with our current show of patriotism. Instead, we'd like to obtain permission to use the current light poles here on Liberty Way and similar poles at the high school and LMS if possible. If we get permission to hang double brackets on each post, we would have room to display 80 24 by 48 vinyl military banners honoring veterans, like the one in the picture and printed on both sides, as you see right there. This fundraising campaign would be open to all Litchfield residents who like to purchase banners in honor of their known veteran or veteran family members. Once the banners are purchased and printed, we expect to have them hung in April of 2026. There's a lot of work that we have to do. People have to get their photographs, pictures, send it to us. We have to go ahead and get us all set, send it to the vendor gets it back, send it back to the person. They go ahead and say, hey, yeah, I like it, it's all good. If you look at it, it also says on the bottom, it says a grateful community. People can go ahead and put their own family members or whoever they want to put down that's going to go ahead and sponsor it. And remain up until Veterans Day. After that period, we would present the banners to the residents who purchased them, so they would get them back, the vinyl. One caveat with installing these brackets could be that maybe we could work with the school department to order the banners for the senior students. They could get them if they want to do that, and hang them for a short period of time during graduation season. You know, I think kids would like to see, they come to school, they see their faces on the banner and say, yeah, I'm going to graduate, you know what I mean? And they could be all over the town, we could do that. I know we put them out there on 3A, out there in Albuquerque, right?
They take them down every night.
And they take them down, right? So they could be up there, you know, a couple months or whatever, hopefully they graduate, right? We will design a form for residents to fill out the banner purchases at the time. So in addition, we need to collect a photo and proof of service and whatnot as we go through for the military. So I would have a conversation, what do you think about that? And questions, or do we get permission? Do we have to get with the school department, or can you guys, how would that go? To use the light poles there, as well as, like, there's 3 in LMS, I believe, and there's like 30, so, and we have 17 out here in front here, so. But I think it would really dress up the community. I mean, a lot of people have been to different places, and you see them. Bill Rickers just started doing this. That's where I got the idea from.
Yeah.
We have the, you know, I've seen different places as you travel, you see the banners, and people go down the streets and say, wow, this is beautiful, right? So I just want to get the board's input. What do you think about that?
I have a question.
Good, good.
So if these were put up,
Mhm.
the 250 is next year. So
Right.
this is something that you'd be doing next year?
April, we'll put up in
In
April.
April?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
and then it would run through until?
Through Veterans
Veterans
Day.
Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we could take them down, if they decide they want to do that with the school, before you can do it, like this company said, before you can go ahead and even get involved with this thing, what they did me a thing by putting it out, you have to get permission from the town. If the town don't want to do it, we can't do it, because we don't want to compete at the flagpole, I mean, where we have where the flags are hanging now. If we put them on these poles here, I think they look really good, especially when you come in. Kind of really sets the whole tone, makes a big difference in the town.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think it's a great way to recognize the sacrifices that happen in these families and the roles they played, and I think it's a good idea. Obviously, we only give permission for the town property. You would have to
Right.
go to the school board to ask about the school property.
okay,
But I think it's a good idea. I mean, it's playing on what we already have from the Veterans Park and the
Right.
recognition there, and I think you saw a lot of support for that, and I don't see why
right,
we shouldn't support this.
right, okay.
Yeah,
So I should go to the school committee, present it to them?
As well, yeah.
If you want to use the school parking lot
Yes,
signs.
yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a good idea if we do that,
I don't anticipate that you get
Mm-hmm.
an objection, but they may have
okay?
different priorities.
I think Ms. Queenan has a question.
Just
I
some,
think,
I love the idea. How many veterans, how far back are you going?
You know, it doesn't matter. So can I use Mr. Lear, for example? He's got many family members in his family. He might want to recognize them all.
Oh,
So,
I didn't know if you had a list of all
No,
the
no, so
veterans.
it's up to the individuals, right? So there's 390 veterans or so in the community. You could bring your father, your uncle, as long as you're a resident here, you want to recognize your family member. I know Mr. Gannon's got his father and he's got other people. I mean, you can do whoever you want to put up there.
So you have to be a resident of the town who had
Should,
somebody?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. I think they
But
do
the
that.
Veteran doesn't.
Yeah, I think that Nashua does it, right? Nashua's the only other one in New Hampshire that does it, when I talk to this company that they're working with right here.
And how much are the banners?
Initial cost we have to buy all the brackets, about $350. But, you know, then, Chris, it'll go down because we have to buy the brackets, we got to get them installed, we have to put people, we're not gonna put the brackets up, we're gonna have to get a company to put them up for us and everything else. So, not gonna have somebody up on a ladder fall down, you know, can't do that. He's laughing at me out there, he probably say, I'll be over there then. Okay, so that's, you're okay with that?
Oh, yeah, I did have a Margaret Parent, who does the Memorial Day services with Historical Society. She might be able to, if you want to go back to families that, you know.
I think
families.
once we put it out, I'd like to get permission from the school if we can do that. Once we put it out, I think we're gonna have more people than we're gonna really think about. I think we're gonna have a lot of people who wanna do this.
She deals with.
This could be year to year. I mean, this could be
Everybody with-
something, you know, in the long term, you know, what I mean, it could be, every year we could do this. I mean, because I think people wanna see their family members get recognized. I've talked to several people, but,
May run out of light poles.
That's what I was thinking.
well,
How
it's
many-
lit, you know, it's lit, right?
Yeah.
So you can go there in the middle of the night and say, I want to see how beautiful I look, and then go up there and check it out, you know what I mean? So,
Yep.
and it's on both sides.
Okay.
So you got it on both sides.
Did you count your light poles, though?
I did. It was 55, through there's only 3 here. I mean,
Of course he did.
I checked it.
Prepared. He's definitely prepared.
I checked
Of
it,
course
yeah,
he
I did, yeah. Okay,
So I think on the first project, because you have 2, right? So the first
3.
project,
I wrote kind of
we
sorry.
should probably vote to give him approval from a town perspective, if someone would like to make a motion.
I'll
So,
make a motion to approve it.
Okay, motion by Mr. Leary. Do I have a second?
second?
Second by Ms. Plansky. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0. So you have, for the town property stuff, you can definitely.
Thank you, I appreciate that, and I'll get with them, maybe I'll get on the agenda for the school committee.
Not this week, it's the following week. yeah.
Great. Our second project is something we're thinking about doing, is our outdoor movie night. I know you're looking at me like, what is this? We're in the midst of researching screens, speakers, projectors, and computers to give us an opportunity to hold movie night at Veterans Park. Bring your blanket and chairs and see the outdoor movies right here. So I talked to some people, I had to go and make a journey to Indiana. We buried my wife's aunt, a great American, and while we were there, we talked to some people, and they have these big RV lots and whatnot. I talked to some folks that we knew, and one of my brother-in-law, he's got this big thing, and they have these 40-foot screens. They put them in the ground. It's almost like telescopic. It comes up.
Yep.
You've probably seen it before. And they have the surround sound speakers and whatnot, and we work with, you have a computer in the back, and you can have movie night. So, we're looking at, see what your thoughts are, is like, okay, in the end of April, we do it once a month for a beginning. Movie night, Friday night is going to be for kids' night. Maybe it's going to be, Toy Story 4 or whatever the kids like, and we get with people and they kind of say, and the kids come out with their parents and they sit and they watch their thing, and the kids are all up front, the parents are in the back, that's what it's going to be. The next night could be, especially like now when we get the 250th anniversary of America, maybe that night is going to be The Patriot. You put that movie on, you watch The Patriot, so it has to be family orientated and whatnot. But you can do 2 movies on a weekend, see how it works. If it works, fine, no cost to the taxpayers. We want to do that if it works well. And then, have, use the park in a different capacity, right in front. As you walk down the thing, it's right there. And I talked to the fire and I also talked to the police and fire, and they were good with that. And I also talked to Kim about that whole thing, about egress and all that. They were fine with the whole thing.
I think it's another great use of the park and
Oh, yeah.
draw more folks to the park that
Right.
don't even know it's there yet, right? They haven't
Right.
been to section of town.
Right.
A lot of benefit to bring young kids out to watch things on the weekends with their families, so again, it's no cost to the town and it benefits the town, and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, we think we're trying to get more town center, people getting involved in the town. And have fun.
I would suggest connecting with the rec commission just to let them know that you're doing it. And because they may be able to help bring you other programs to that park too, potentially. They'll
Okay.
bring either younger kids out or at least help you with the advertising of of a movie night.
Sure.
deal.
Yeah, I think so. It'd be great. Finally, our Litchfield night at the Fish Cats was fun. We just had that. We had people there. Mr. Leary, you held the flag, I believe, out there, a couple people. We had veterans on the field with the American flag. Mary Sapiric threw out the first pitch. We had a free raffle where we gave out prizes at each inning. However, it wasn't as grand as we thought it could be, so we're going to do it early. So I'm going to meet with them on this Friday, talking about dates for next year, which will be at 26, and we're hoping. And we have a bunch of money, small amount of money that we have separate as on the side. So if you have a group that is not funded by any town resources, that are doing community-based projects, then all they have to do is send us a note at Litchfield, New Hampshire, at the veterans.org, and we'll go ahead and entertain their litchfieldveterans@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and entertain what they're looking for. We have a board that will set it up. If they $300 or $400 here, whatever it may be, could be a fishing derby, something like that. We could help fund that if we can do that, because it's a community-based project that's not funded. We're there more than happy to do that. We talked about that. How much could we have made? A lot more money than what we had. you know. So maybe we get it done earlier than before, or people get behind it. I mean, after we got our money back, we made $5 on each ticket. So, you know, you sold 3,000 tickets, you know, you think about the money you can make on that whole thing, you know, so. it's-
Kids were already like going other places
I
at
know.
that point, and maybe June when they're still in school.
Could be,
Before
I
they've
mean.
gone off and
Or during
started
the
to
week, too,
travel, or
potentially.
during
Yeah.
the week.
Yeah, Saturday was good because we did it on a Saturday night because they had fireworks. I think the fireworks are great for people. I don't get into fireworks, but people came and they had fun with the whole thing, and the people were working and they couldn't go in the week, so we kind of did that survey, kind of made that whole difference, but, so those are the three big things that we're doing. We're also doing, which we work with the middle school, but we already have the date all set up in the first week of December, where kids are gonna put their wreaths on over there in Pinecrest, and then the staff comes in the afternoon and goes to Hillcrest. We put all it's 153 different wreaths that we put on the different graves for the veterans, so, getting busy.
That sounds awesome. Clerical piece, we didn't vote on, do we need to vote for the veteran? They're managing the Veterans Park, but we should vote that we're in support of it, right? I would suggest
I still have a question on that.
If they're putting equipment on
Yeah,
town
we should
property,
go for it.
I would.
Okay.
So can I ask the two questions I had on that?
Yeah,
Because it went
yeah,
right in.
please.
So it is owned by the town, so site plan doesn't have to go to the planning board, you can do whatever you want, which is great. My only question really is restrooms or how people are gonna handle that.
Well, we don't do no porta potties. We're
Porta
hoping that we
potties.
can keep it out here, and we could use also the fire
Let's open
department.
the front doors of the lobby, let them use the bathrooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we
Just
hope to
wanna
do,
make sure
yeah.
we think of that, right?
Yeah.
If the building's locked, we have a problem.
Yeah, we
And
just have
if-
to open it, that's all.
And if other people want to do, we don't, but if other people want to do a fundraiser, if they wanted to sell water, if they wanted to sell something, you know, during the time that they show the movie, I mean, that's another thing that you'd have to go ahead and consider. They have to come to you, whatever they do, whether it be the rec commission, that they want to make money, whoever else wants to do that. I think you'll get a lot more, you know, the weather's good, you know, I think you'll get a lot of families that come out there. I think it's going to be
That's what
great
I'm
for the
hoping
kids.
for, too,
Yeah, I think so. That's what we hope so, too. The more people come, the more people get involved, the more people they see, you know, the Warrior Pathway, and see the history of what this country's all about, the 250th anniversary, see from World War I all the way to Afghanistan, in between, you can see all that. I think it's important.
I'll make a motion that we approve the project for the outdoor movie night and any equipment that needs to be installed by the veterans team.
Second.
Motion made in second. Any discussion, questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 4-0-0.
I may bounce a couple things off you, Mr. Brunel, when we go, before we go final, to buy some of that technical stuff, so make sure we're doing the right stuff, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm happy to help.
Anybody have anything for us?
Thank you
For
for
me?
everything you're doing.
Did you get my email?
Which one?
Oh, 3 I sent you.
You sent me 3?
It's okay, he never calls me back, so that's all right.
Thanks, Bobby, appreciate it.
Thank you, Bobby.
It is 6:45, so I'm gonna open the floor for public input. Anybody from the from the public would wish to step forward, please do so. No one's here? All right, I'll close public input at 6:49. All right, next up on the agenda is the property reevaluation trust fund request for June and July. Ms. Kleiner?
So, this was asked, in an error, I gave the board a, bad response. So the property revaluation is $7,194 a month that is being charged, to a total of a little over $86,000 for the cost of the revaluation. So instead of submitting a request to you every month, we've been submitting a request for 2 months at a time. But this will not end until the end of the last payment's December.
Yeah, because I noticed I asked, yeah.
So that's why you see the 14,000, that's 2 months of the $7,194. So I think it started April, Kim?
When we started requesting the money?
Yeah, I think it was March, April?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's,
March.
so this is getting reimbursed, that's why I put down the months there of June and July. And so then, Karen will have another one prepared for August and September.
Okay. So we need a motion to go away, ChatGPT.
Make that motion? So moved.
So we have a motion to authorize $14,388 to be transferred from the trust fund for previous paid bills for June and July.
I'll second.
Okay, motion made by Ms. Plansky, seconded by Ms. Queenan. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries 4-0-0. All right, next topic is the 2026 budget review, session number 2. This is all the good stuff.
All the good stuff. So, Karen and I went through the revenues, last week. And so when we do that, we're looking at the revenues that have come in, thus far for the year. And we're adjusting because remember those revenues that we're calculating are estimates. And so we look at what we've received for the year and then we make adjustments. So on the file, I put a tab at the end called 2026 changes. That's everything that has changed since the budget was first introduced to you. And I put the changes that we made to revenues on that tab, just so it would be easier for you. But basically for 2025, this year, we reduced the land use change tax. We didn't receive as much as we thought. We actually think we'll take that revenue in next year, so you'll see it added to 2026. We increased the building permits because those have been healthy this year and we believe will come in over. There was a small reduction to the revenue from the federal government because that payment came in $14 less, and also the revenue from the state for the state forest that came in $17 less. And then I think the largest decrease was interest for $20,000. And that's just because due to the changes in the interest rates and the things through the year, we had calculated what we thought was pretty conservatively, but apparently not. And so we reduced that $20,000 because we don't think we'll make that $150,000. That we did carry forward into 2026 because we don't believe there'll be much change in the interest rate between the 2 years, and we thought 150 would be too high for next year. So it all equates to a total of $15,531 for an increase in revenue for 2025. And when we go through this exercise, we also look at what we're doing for revenues in the 2026 proposed budget. And for that, what we saw was our motor vehicles, we believe are gonna be higher, which is not too much of a surprise with the increase in population and the developments within the town. So we added 50,000 to that. We added 1,000 in electrical permits and 5,000 in mechanical permits because those are tracking. And then we reduced the ZBA applications, the 750, which you reduced the budget last meeting. Those two should offset each other. And then, so that's an increase of 60,250 for revenue in 2026. Stop there.
Anybody have any questions? Any concerns with what they're calculating? Seems like we're being conservative either way.
So that does affect the tax cap, and I think there, when we came into it last, meeting, before we made these revenues, and we see this every year, before Karen and I do the revenues, you are, like 85,000 over the cap. And so with those reductions and additions to revenues, plus we received the quote on salt, Friday, and that's over, considerably, 79.79 compared to 75.90. That added $7,000 to the highway budget, for salt. So you are now $88 over the cap.
Okay, I am reading this right then, okay.
Yes, $88. Unfortunately, that's without healthcare, that's without hydrants. I did hear from Penachuk, this afternoon, and Mr. Ware, who has forever been with Penachuk as their, expert, has retired. And so, I spoke with the president, this afternoon, and he will get me those numbers. But that's why Mr. Ware didn't return my email or my call. So they'll get me those. So that's hydrants, healthcare, and Primex that has not come in.
And we're already $85 over?
$88.
$88.
Well, it's better than when we started, we were, okay, like, 60,000, something like that over, so. Okay.
So that's the revenues. I gave you a sheet, which I prepared this afternoon. I wanted to really look at, so every year Karen, goes through and she prepares the default budget. And so she prepared that, and that's in your portal, and you'll see that. Unfortunately, so let's start with this year we received default. 8.16. That was $127,000 less than what we proposed last year. So less than what the budget committee approved. We moved forward. We knew there were some things that we had to take out of the budget in order to make that default work. And, I think the largest part of that was 2 officers, which we have not hired for the police department. But there were other reductions too that we made to make that work. This 2026 default takes out the $150,000 for the lease, which is no longer an expense, so we can't put that in the default. So the default for 2026 is 8.069, less than the default this year. When you look at what's proposed at 8.527, that means we would be $458,000 under what your department heads are telling you it will cost to run the town.
Round numbers,
Can't make
half a
that
million dollars short.
Can't make that up. We could make, I'm not gonna say that there wasn't pain. There was. Most of it felt by the police department, but you don't come back from that amount. You don't. There'd be some really drastic conversations that would have to be made as to, you know, whether you're closing hours, whether you're, you know, closing town hall hours. I mean, you'd be looking at drastic cuts at that point to come up with that amount. So, that's the bad news. But the good news that I'd like to share, and this is just town budget, so I don't get into speaking about the schools. Are a separate entity. They prepare their tax rate. And really, Karen and I see it when we sit down with the DRA to do the final tax rate. That's when we see the school's portion of the tax rate. So I'm only speaking about the town portion of the tax rate. I know there have been significant concerns about the revaluation. So we wanted to look at the amount of assessment that the town has increased with the default budget, with the reductions in revenues that I just spoke about. Where would the tax rate for the town come out? And that's what you see. So the 2025 estimate with the 2025 default, column 3, our tax rate would have been about 4.18, so 418. Because we had such an increase in the valuation for the town, that tax rate should come in about 2.63. So that's the reduction only on the town portion, but the school will have, you know, a reduction as well. So I prepared a couple, all the way to the right, a couple columns here. If you look at a house at $450,000 and it went up to $675,000, right? I mean, this is what people were seeing. That's about a 50% increase there. You can see the blue is the old rate. You would have paid about $1,881.90, town portion only. It would actually reduce your taxes to $1,772.55 with the new.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think we've tried to tell people that this is, you know, because the evaluation and the assessment for the town went up so substantially, the tax rate drops. So this is just giving an illustration of what should happen with just the town portion only. And so then I gave you a couple more. If it was 60%, so I've said the sweet spot, as we call it, is between 50 and 60%. If your house went up like 60%, then you're seeing that you're paying a bit more, $9, right? So it's somewhere in between there that would be equal to equal. But still, even if you're at the high level of what went up, it's a very drastic, very slight, increase. And then I did the same with like a $600,000 to a $900,000 assessment, just to give you a couple.
And they'll see this change in the December bill,
They will.
which is good because they'll at least understand now what it's gonna be. Because I think there's a lot of people that feel like you said, are my taxes gonna double? I'm gonna be paying a lot more. And in these examples, you're either paying less or you're paying a few bucks more.
Right, and so remember, July's always only an estimate, and it's always based on the prior year. In December, it makes up for the year of taxes that you really owe, right, so,
I guess, I think that's good. I think it's good news for folks that are listening. They see the example, we got the calculation we think it's gonna be, obviously, but again, what scares me the most is a default next year. I don't know how we recoup $400,000 to stay the services the way they are. So that would be, at that point, there is, I mean, we haven't voted the budget yet, so there is an opportunity here for folks to make a decision to do something now or wait till the budget committee gets it, but, yeah, it doesn't help us.
What would you do, John?
That's the challenge.
I know.
Give you my.
We don't, the challenge is, again, and Bob, obviously, jump in if you think I'm wrong too, but the biggest knobs we have are people, and we don't have a lot of people. We have one person for a job that some people wear multiple hats. So that's the biggest number to crunch. You know, it's a knob. If we shut down the recycling center for a day, it's a drop in the bucket as far as what goes out from an income perspective. You know, out from pay, we lose income because we're not collecting stuff, although we'll catch up in the weekend when it's more hours, I guess, but there's not a lot of ways to do it, right? And the voters have voted in the police department. Every position has been voted by the voters, and they're two officers still short, and we need to go find those two officers because we've committed to do it. One is a pending SRO for the school. We know the school wants it, and it would help benefit the school drastically. And, you know, it's tough, right? Like, I don't know if we make a decision beforehand, or we move forward and hope the voters support us and get us into an operating budget we can work with. Any
I think we need to do a better job of getting our information out to the voters. Last year, there was a lot on the anti-social media websites, and sites talking about the unassigned fund balances and things like that.
Being a bad
And
thing,
how the
yeah.
town had this big coffer of money. And I don't think that these people actually understood what that money was for and the purpose for, to keep the town running, should something drastically happen. And I think that's part of the reason we got the budget voted down. There was a big presence on anti-social media. I think we need to meet them on that ground and do a better job of getting our information out. I think it'll help us.
I mean, I agree. We have to get the counter information out there, the valid information out there. And I think we all have to take responsibility to make sure it gets corrected. I don't know how, I was talking to somebody the other day, and there's a lot of confusion around unassigned fund balance, and unassigned fund balance is our savings account, of which, when we hit a certain level, we try to draw it back down to save in other places. So it's not a bad thing. It's actually a very good thing. A lot of times it's a result of underspend, yes, that's sometimes a small impact of it, but the other side of it's just higher revenues than we calculated, and that becomes an advantage in our savings, and interest rates and everything else that we occur. So we gotta figure out how to we have to figure out how to communicate that better and make sure folks aren't, providing the wrong information, right?
And the public too, we don't know what's gonna happen politically, but if
Yeah.
something good does happen, we can say how that influences us as well,
Yeah.
right? And this is very good news, thank you for doing these numbers, because we had no idea. You're either a little lower or a little higher, but it's not, your taxes doubled.
That really is how it's supposed to
So that's a lot of
work.
relief to the
That is
public,
how
like
it's
John
supposed to
said,
work, and I
right?
kept trying
That's
to,
another positive, and inflation hopefully is coming down, a lot of factors are working here.
Yeah.
if it's working right, that's exactly what's supposed to happen.
The unfortunate part is I think there are gonna be residents that have been hit on the other side of it because they were undervalued at the time. And I think those are the ones that, you're not gonna be able to change their opinion that that caused an impact.
They
But,
don't want their evaluations going up until they sell it.
right, well, that's usually true.
Every dollar they can get.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
As far as the unassigned fund balance goes, and I've been a big advocate the last few years for building that up, and Kim and I had several conversations a couple of years ago when the school was on the ballot. If that school had passed and they had the first bond payment due, and we had to make our normal payments, which sometimes exceed $2 million, we'd have been in the red.
Yep.
Right? And so people don't understand that, but if the town ever went in the red because our unassigned fund balance was wiped out, and we had to borrow money which would ruin our bond rating, as well as some other things, I mean, we would have had a group in front of us like the school had when they blew $100 million and a half.
Pitchforks.
Yeah.
Yeah, pitchforks.
Well, the
So-
funny part there is that the town is not in control of it. If the school does something where they're gonna draw $2 million out of our coffers at some point in time, it's not convenient for us. Cause we only have 2 times where we have a lot of cash flow. July and December. So if suddenly they need $2 million before we get our July payments, or $2 million before we get the December payment, you're right. We just have to work with the school and make sure we negotiate those payments so we can either slow it down and deal with it. But I agree with you. I mean, I think the unassigned fund balance from my perspective seems to be very healthy, and we do have some abilities to use it to offset these one-time capital investments we have to make as a town.
If they deflate it, then, and then we need more money, then we're in trouble.
Yeah, but when we make those decisions, we usually factor that in, right? So we're never gonna take $1 million out of it. We're taking $100,000 here, $200,000 there, and that's it, and, yeah.
I mean, you took
A few
over
years ago we did,
300,000 this year, but you had that money going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a wash, and that's what we're looking at. So what was the underspend, what's going into unassigned, and we'll have that, once we sit with, DRA, we'll have a better understanding. The audit gives you a number, it's generally not the same, they calculate it differently than DRA does, so I prefer to use DRA's number, and then we'll look at, so far. But when you have a year like this, where it's default, now you don't have money going in, because there's no underspend, right? We're gonna be really close so now you have no money going into unassigned.
Yeah, this is a tough year.
Yeah.
We probably be a little
This
cautious.
What they
default,
Better hope we get some interest.
Yeah.
well,
That's not looking good either.
and our
It has been.
treasurer's been doing an
Oh, yeah.
awesome job. I mean,
Deb's unbelievable.
working with Karen to figure out, when to buy CDs and how to get the most interest. So yeah, hats off to Deb, and I
Karen.
think,
They're a good team.
yeah, it's difficult though to do that when you're in a default year and the spend is so close, because you don't have that money in your general fund to kind of play with, right? We're really watching
Yeah.
the budget.
Is it hard to predict cash flow overall?
Well, so we got a spreadsheet, a tool to assist us from the NHMA finance person who has now become our banker, but she developed a really good tool. I think that helps a lot, but it's difficult. There are some payments that come in once a year because it's a contractual obligation. You can kind of predict here the tax revenue, which you can't in every municipality. In some municipalities, that's harder. Here, people are very good. They're coming in with their tax bills and they're paying them like right away. And, Terry does a great job with her department. There's very little that has, taxes that are unpaid. That's a very small amount, so, I mean, hats off
I just
to
saw some
everyone there.
towns, if they had a lot of contracts with people that were getting paid once a quarter, they would approach them to see if they could get paid once a month, kind of
Yeah.
but I don't know if we're in that situation. I
No.
don't think we really are, so,
One that's once a year.
just to get money coming in.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we have,
I think the other problem is we don't know, the DMV seems to be continuing to surprise us, the amount of registrations going on in this town, between new cars, re-registrations.
Well,
It's always
we've
tough to
put a
do.
lot of new homes in
Yeah.
town this year rather.
So that's been benefiting us from a revenue
Yeah.
perspective, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. But I think and I'm not saying that the department heads are gonna agree with me, but you might wanna watch the number of warrant articles that we put on, because I think that as a resident, if I was going to the polls and you're asking for a budget, if you are asking for, $600,000 in warrant articles, I might be a little, more apt. So, think, and then looking at what the school is asking too. I mean, what the school's asking and what we're asking, we impact each other, so we need to take that into consideration.
Yeah, and in years past, we've always worked together, so
Yeah.
we're supposed to figure it out.
Not as much as you think.
I was gonna say, really?
I always thought we did, and,
It was
and-
a
didn't
Wally
see
record
it.
there.
but,
It's better now.
but I think we are up against a lot of major spending happening at the school at the same time that we also have our own issues at the town level, between the cruiser issues, between the station issues and those things. Those are all big ticket items, and it's gonna be right up against them.
Do we have a cruiser in the budget this year? We didn't put one in, right?
No, so there's gonna be warrant articles that are gonna come forward to you next meeting. And I wanna have those department heads here to speak to them. And one will be the cruisers. So
I'd still
that's
like to
gonna
see
be
it
a
in the
tough
budget.
discussion, I think.
I'd still like to see one in the budget every year. That way we know we're getting one.
Well, I think the idea is the chief's been, he was at the
Talking
CI,
about leases.
yeah, he's been at a CIP where he's doing a financial program where he'll get his replacements and then he'll go into a cycle, but the budget impact will be the same every year as long as we continue the program going forward. Versus a 2-1 where you got it up and a down, up and a down, it'd just be flat. Let's call it an even $90,000 a year will go in the budget to maintain that lease, and we'll be able to rotate out the cars on a regular cycle from front line and back line, but,
But if it gets voted down, we're without.
well, yeah, it's voted down, but if we get a default again, it's voted down.
Well, yeah, but I
It's
think,
We already had that problem already,
I
so,
think the
Yeah.
chance of another default is slimmer than.
well,
It's
You don't
very
know.
similar.
Don't know.
Very
When you see
similar to
what's
the
gonna
highway.
happen with the school, what they're gonna be putting out, I know
So-
they're looking for renovations for GMS.
They're
I
gonna
think-
go overboard, I'm sure.
I think we had
Well, I think
2
they're
or
trying
3
that.
back-to-back defaults. There was 2. But the problem is coming out of a default, that budget looks like such a big increase. It's hard, people don't understand, and we're trying to, I mean, what we did in this budget cycle right now is just try to restore what we had in 2025. But we still have increases above and beyond that we can't control, so. So I am, historically, we've had a back-to-back default. So, hopefully that doesn't happen, right, but.
No. Oh, over there.
Are you freezing?
Please.
Well, it's cold out, so it's 63, the AC's probably still on in here too.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Save some money right here, right now.
all right, so I think that was a good insight. I think we need to, we already talked about the tax cap calculation too, right? Earlier. Kim, was there more you want to talk about in the tax cap? Because we kind of
So I
talked about it
think
above,
that
so.
for the 2026, so this was 2025, this was this year, the spreadsheet that I gave you. And so for 2026, it's in the budget
Mhm.
file.
Yep.
Um,
And we're $88 over.
you're $88 over. What happens, to the tax impact at that point is a different conversation, because you wanna look at, it's about 16 cents. If the budget stayed as it is right now, which it can't, right, because it's $88 over the tax cap, so we know the budget committee at least has to find $88, or the board. Still, that's a very, healthy estimate there. And then every warrant article that you add has its own tax cap implication, which would just, add to that. So those are I think where you are there, the problem is we do have to get the budget to the budget committee.
Yep.
And so your decisions, are kind of needed tonight on,
Yeah, so how does the board want to do this? Do we want to go through the budgets again and vote each area, or do you want to do a bottom line budget? Or actually, after you've all had an opportunity to kind of look at the budget several times, is there any recommended reductions anywhere in any of the budget lines?
The library was the only thing that really popped out at me. 37% increase on the programs, and that was the only thing that really jumped out at me that we could absolutely change.
What number do you need to reduce it by? The $88 or a bigger number? Which one are you looking for?
Depends on how many warrant articles you want.
I mean, if this is September 18th meeting, which we don't meet before
I
then.
mean, I'd like to send it to the budget committee with at least our preliminary yea or nay, right? And I think we've been criticized for not getting it under the tax cap in the past, and I think we should look for $88 somewhere,
Yeah,
but.
we can get that easy enough, I think, but.
Truth be told, that's not our job. Our job is to support a budget that meets the town's needs.
Agreed.
It's true.
Agreed.
It's the budget committee's job to support a budget that meets the tax cap.
So it's $88 over right now without insurance, without, Primax, without fire hydrants. We know it's gonna go up more than that. So, I mean, I'm fine with, I like you all, I've looked at this budget a couple different times, and I don't see where we can reduce. We're already behind the 8 ball by a year and a half, but with the increases that we're out of our control. And like, I think we talked about earlier, that we don't have a lot of large knobs. There's no way to really grossly impact it.
The library's budget went up, what, $17,000?
yeah.
20,
I got 329 to 347.
well, it's 358 is what I see here. 358, 610 is what it is right now, from 330, oh, it's in default, right, so it'll be 329, 330, was it last before?
So
You're right.
in New Hampshire, I'm not sure how you've done it here in Litchfield, but in New Hampshire, the library trustees
Yep.
have authority over the library budget.
All we
and
can do
then
is
it goes
reduce the
to
number,
budget.
that's all we can reduce is the number, though. We can reduce the bottom line, we can't tell them what they're, that's what we've done in the past.
Yeah, we've reduced lines before.
I mean, again, I don't know what you're gonna reduce in the library. I mean, you already heard the story, the library already has issues, they need a new roof,
But
they need,
that-
they
that
got
wasn't-
this, they got this, I mean,
It was the extra programs that they were doing. They were increasing the programs by 37%.
but the users are asking for them. It's like they're servicing the community based on what they're
Well, I'm
asking
not
for.
saying okay,
That's what I'm saying, is what
okay.
they're only responding to the demand in the library.
Right, but you're asking where there's areas that we can, sometimes it's need versus want. They want 37% more, but maybe they can have 10% more. And they, negotiate better or more, or get together with other boards and work with them. Work on getting more grants. Because that was something that hadn't been really investigated yet.
Try to click on it and it's sideways again.
Yeah,
it's John, I see John
I'm
looking
doing
right
this right
now.
now, I'm already doing this like,
No,
going,
you gotta download it. If you download it and open the
Yeah.
download.
If you open
That's
it
the
with
only
that.
thing I remember questioning as we went through.
to, right? I'm
You
fine.
can look at it here.
I'm good to go. Get this on TV.
so,
I'm not hiding.
I am so new at this budget that I'm not a lot of help this year.
so they're looking like their budget's overall up by almost 6%.
The library.
Yeah.
I hate to put a flashlight on them, it's just they were the only ones that
So, out of programs, librarian,
Okay. And a few of them are guesses, the heating, the electricity, the water usage.
yeah.
Those are in red because they're to be determined. Health insurance. We know that's going up.
Right, so they'll get hit the same time the town does with whatever that is.
Well, their maintenance line doubled, pretty much, which we already know why that's occurring.
Yep.
Gotta keep them open.
What was the what's number 750 on that, down the bottom?
Furniture,
Furniture?
It went up.
yeah, $5,000. What, yeah,
I
it
don't
was a
remember,
buck.
was it a
What
desk? The main desk or the walk-in desk?
Yeah, the desk.
Is it,
Which desk is that?
the front desk?
was it, I don't remember the reason, it's functional, is it broken? I mean, is it just not
It's
big
old,
enough?
right?
They're opening up in the
budget
itself.
I think it's a matter of some of the repairs that needed to be done down there,
Goodness.
that was one.
Oh, it was only one of the items, it wasn't just that
Yes.
front
Yeah.
desk, which is a nice one, but
It says furniture and fixtures purchase.
And then you can find the library.
To me, that's a line we could work on.
on the, is this on the SIP?
There it is, okay.
Was this one of
Yep.
her, how they bundled?
Click on the link, it says.
Just trying to remember if they.
No, I think the one on the SIP plan was the children's.
And then how do I
desk.
make it go
That
the other way?
was, a want.
You'll have to
Done.
you have to open up Adobe.
Oh, never
Don't
mind.
wanna hit the books and media.
I don't have access to the spreadsheet,
I don't know.
so I can't
Oh, you don't
answer
have
my
it?
own question, I don't have
Did
access
anybody,
to
did
the,
anybody else come up? I mean,
Oh, I
that's
have
what I
this, but not
remember
the SIP
questioning.
spreadsheet.
I'll correct
okay,
it
okay.
and rescan
so I can't
it.
answer my own question.
Yeah.
Just open in Adobe and set it and save it the right way.
I thought I did last meeting, but it didn't save apparently.
Okay.
I think we have to look at all the wants versus need items.
Yep.
Just like you do at home.
Well, if we're gonna do that, we should probably look at all the lines, right, all the budgets, but.
Merit increases 12.4%.
Where was that?
That's line 130.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's not a ton of it, but
It's
anytime I see a double-digit number, it's a,
Because it was a small, went from what,
Yeah.
1,700 to 2,000, so.
yep,
Good
Can you
catch.
share with me so I can look?
page,
Thanks. Without going cross-eyed.
the page.
Thank you.
I don't,
So she had a lot of visitors come through that library every year, the number was
Yeah.
pretty high.
Keeps on going up too, yeah.
It was
Yeah.
higher than I expected, almost like quadruple what I expected. So there is turnover in that building.
Which is good. I mean, that's what you want.
That's what I'm saying, it seems like they're trying to meet the needs of the community and bring the services in that they're being asked to bring in. And to allow them to keep on coming back for more, right? That's what their job is. I mean, books, we're only up like $2,500 above and beyond. That's what they had last year.
I think the furniture line is one that we can go after a little bit. Maybe cut that in half.
Well, I think the problem is if they have an estimate for $5,000 to fix it, cutting it in half doesn't do anything. Maybe just remove it totally and say not this year.
I mean, I don't know what's wrong with the desk, but I can't imagine $2,500 is being needed to fix it. I mean, it's a good old desk. It's pretty sturdy. It's been there forever.
You wanna take that piece? Then they can use it for whatever they want.
And they can anyways.
But I'm not sure what the furniture piece is. Did she need
Furniture
furniture in the children's room?
purchase. It's
Well, they
for
wanted to
purchase.
change the stacks, right, so that they were able to move them?
Is that line, or is that a
Yes, maybe
different
it's more
line?
than just the
Which
desk
line is
there.
that?
That's what I'm saying, if the shelving was in that line.
Mm.
I hate to pick on them, but I just remember they're kind of jumped out at me that there was a lot of wants versus needs.
Yeah.
In a year that we're talking about, cutting cruisers and.
Hate to hit the maintenance, you don't wanna hit the community programs, I mean,
The community programs was where it was up 37%, wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's
Or $1,300.
Because it was at 25.
$1,300,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
What is the 650 line? Oh, ground maintenance, it's not a town building. It's a town building.
Yeah.
Well, it is, but I know it's a inherited building, but who does the maintenance there? What's that town, what is that line? It's called a number,
Which one?
town
I was assuming it's
maintenance.
their landscaper doing lawn
Was
cutting.
it- Did I see that somewhere?
You mean the
Building
community
630 is
line?
building maintenance and
Oh,
repairs.
Grounds
There was one for,
maintenance.
That's what you
yeah,
said?
grounds maintenance, 650.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure what that is, but she's going up on it.
Where's your
Probably
grade?
mowing.
What line is that, Kim?
Line 650. It's at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Again,
It's on my other page.
I'm sure she could explain it, but
Mhm.
I'm not, do we mow over there, or?
Yes, we do.
Trucks are up, busy, open the roads. They come in and do it too, but Dalton does it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We mow the grass over there, right, on line 650? I'm not sure what
I don't think we
ground,
do, right?
grounds maintenance
Yeah, we
mean.
do. We did.
So, again, they could probably answer it, so.
No, so there was a warrant that we proposed
Which
to
failed because
add
of,
a highway person
Take on
and take
cemetery
over
and
the
stuff.
cemeteries and.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
That
groundhog.
was turned
Remember that?
down,
Yeah,
yes,
the math problem was too tough.
Yep.
Yeah.
that's right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll back out on tape and whacking you.
It was the guy that was doing the cemeteries as well.
Send me a text
Now
right now
the
saying,
cemetery
yeah,
has
hit
a
'em harder.
contract with a
Yeah.
gentleman and the libraries went out. with
Yeah,
their
they still have
contract.
their guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, we could save it if we had another person at the highway department, but we can't
That
reduce it
won't,
without
yeah.
a person.
Maybe just take the furniture and say next year. Or look at.
Well, again,
look
we
at
can only
Who else do you wanna look at?
we only could do a bottom line cut. We can't tell them what to do with it. They can do what they need to do, I guess. As I
No,
understand
to the
it, but.
default.
Maybe we do leave it for budget committee.
No, I thought we made line items cuts in the past to this,
I think we
to this
made-
budget.
I was, again, I'm always on the impression we vote
yeah.
their bottom line. We don't control what they do.
No, we did, because when they asked for more hours for somebody a couple of years ago, we wanted to do a warrant, so we cut that line out, I believe. And they brought it forth on a warrant, but we had to make the reduction because they had submitted the budget. But if you wanna do a bottom line, you can do that. I'd be all right with it.
Yeah, so I'll take a motion if we wanna do something that, or if we wanna defer into trying to find something else someplace else, we can do that too.
We can look at the others too. I'd make a motion to reduce it $2,500. And that would be reflective of my $750 line item, the furniture and fixtures, but we'll say bottom line,
Okay, and that's for
purpose of the
library.
argument.
So $2,500 reduced from 4550.20 library, bottom line.
Yep.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion made by Mr. Leary, seconded by Ms. Plansky. Discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries 400.
With the encouragement to look for grants.
Always.
Yes. So now,
Kim, we
Back.
got the cuts that Park, Rec made a couple of weeks ago, right? Did they inform you? They made a few cuts. It wasn't anything significant. It was just,
No, they did, I did not see any cuts.
okay, they didn't get to you? Okay.
No.
We meet tomorrow night, so I'll ask for the number again and get back to you. But there might be a reduction there too if you hadn't found out about it.
any place else? I mean, that gets us out of the $88 problem, but I don't think we've done it.
We haven't done anything
We haven't
major.
done anything else.
But I haven't really, being part of this for the first time this year, I haven't really seen us cutting anything from anybody that comes in front of us.
I'd cut 100,000 from hydrants.
But that's, right, we can't, because we have to pay it no matter what.
Yeah.
I think the challenge with the budgets as presented to the Board of Selectmen, it's already been cleaned and compressed, and the department heads do a really good job at trying to maintain
Yeah.
their budget levels.
Yeah,
So it's not like the days of the old where we had contingencies upon contingencies and we had fluff in the budget. There's not a lot of fluff in these budgets. And I think every department head took the attitude of, try to get back what we lost in 2025, but then we also have other increases we have to recover for
Yeah.
too. So they try to make it as small as possible,
so that leaves the budget committee as being
the bad guys.
the bad
unfortunately.
guys that have to.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because again, Bob made a good point. Our job is to present a budget that runs the town at the levels the residents have requested and supported in the past. We're not having an outcry to shut something off, right? We're not being told to reduce our police department, we're not being told to reduce our fire department. We're being
Yeah.
told, we want better services, we wanna make sure we maintain these services. So,
Karen, you got any spare money in personnel?
I would say if you're gonna, I know that they are concerned about their field maintenance line,
Mhm.
but that's a pretty steep increase.
Yep.
And I think they wrote a pretty tight RFP. That's a good RFP.
For
So,
what?
for rec.
Correct, yeah.
They did a nice job with that, RFP. So you might pick up some money there, but I think you let them go through that process in October. And it might not be as bad as they've estimated. And I would say this. If worse came to worse, I mean, maybe we could look at some way to make that second section, the alternative work, Bob, spread across.
Telling every group to cut 5%, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying that I think Rex, field maintenance
Oh,
might
just for
come
field
in
maintenance,
better
okay.
than we've projected.
How much are we saying that rec is gonna be paying on field maintenance for the coming year?
They've estimated 121,000 compared to 92 this year. That's a big
It's a big
jump.
jump,
Big jump.
yeah.
But they're going out for RFP, so I'm just waiting.
How many, Bob?
We don't know where it's gonna land.
Do we know how many RFPs have been?
No, it hasn't been posted yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just waiting for Chris to get back.
So the 120 is what their current vendor is giving them for the coming year?
No,
No.
it's like 90
90
something.
and change and all.
Okay.
It's expected to go up to that. I mean, he's been giving us a real short number for a few years, so.
Yeah, I know he has.
It's definitely not worth the flack he's gotten from some people, but,
I heard that as well.
All right, we gotta, anything you wanna just walk, do we wanna,
Yeah.
why don't we just walk through the departments and
yeah.
see what we
I'm
got?
kinda flipping through them myself.
All right, so let's start with Board of Selectmen. Any reductions there?
That over there,
Hold on.
ahead of me.
And I'm gonna try to go in
Gotta
order.
get there.
No, I'm at
I'm
the
gonna-
other end, so I
Yeah,
have to
let's
wait for
do
it to go
Go back
across.
to the 3 arrows there, the little 3 flat lines, go
Oh,
back to
okay.
the side, Board of Select. I'm gonna go from top to bottom,
Okay.
based on the
Hold on.
spreadsheet.
Hold on, waiting for it to scroll across. Like- All right, Board of Selectmen.
Other than the crazy thing about just taking away our salary. Sending it away.
I picked mine.
I could basically pay it back in dividends later.
I've always given mine away.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So I think the only thing you could do,
I'm not even sure.
which
what
we
we'll
did
do.
this year, is take away the 2,000 for the boards and commissions training, but I hate to see that, cause I think we need it.
Well, that's pretty important for new members of boards to at least learn how government runs,
Mm-hmm.
at least something about it.
Reduce it.
We did last year, the supply number,
Yeah, there's nothing.
which
in
is what the
default.
boards and, so the boards and commissions, that's how this line got in there. The boards and commissions said, we have no, like Heritage, we have no money for supplies. And so we put that in specifically for boards and commissions, but we could reduce that?
I was gonna say that, I'll make a motion to reduce the, 620 to, $2,000. So reduce it by 1,000.
Okay.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Discussion?
Have we ever hit that limit recently?
No, it's only been $1,500 for the last, few years, and I think, to Kim's point,
With Heritage, yeah.
I don't know what Heritage would buy that's gonna cost $1,000. You know what I mean?
Brochure, I don't know.
Well, it was them, budget committee
Copies.
doesn't have a budget.
No, I got
It's
it.
the boards that don't have a budget, energy, economic development, when we needed supplies for that. But I do think you could cut that.
Yeah, I'm just reducing
We'll
it by
work within it.
$1,000, and I mean, it's
Yeah.
it'll be $2,000, and I think we just need to track it, and if we're gonna exceed it, we're never gonna deny a committee a piece of paper or a pencil if we need to, but,
We didn't have any of it this year because of default, so.
all right, all in favor of the
there.
reduction, of 620 office supplies, by $1,000, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries 400. Anything else in Board of Selectmen? Okay, town meeting, which should be the next one, 4130. This is a math problem, there's nothing we can do, it's based on, in my opinion, based on meetings, or town meeting. So, it's not really anything we can reduce here.
No snacks in there or anything, huh?
No.
No, they get good snacks. We're not cutting that.
Okay.
I mean, the only thing, you really don't wanna do that. Maybe take two of the tables.
What number is that?
Town meeting?
That's 740. They're asking for 4 tables, maybe give them 2. So it's only $150, but they need all the other stuff.
I don't know if I wanna take their tables either.
I mean, there's plenty of tables there, but
Well, they're only asking for
it,
$2,500?
it's 35, right?
Oh, 35, yeah, it's increased by 2,500 bucks.
Yeah, from 2,500.
But this is where they're buying,
Yeah, they're doing the extension cords and the new pens.
yeah.
They also need to put where you put your license in, right?
The pull pad
So that'd be
supplies.
license
Yeah, the
reader.
tabulator, yeah.
Need a
740.
table for that, maybe.
It says election supplies and
Yep,
equipment.
got it.
You think Steve and Terry will hate us?
Well, I think the problem is, I mean, the tables aren't the real issue, $75 a pop, but,
Yeah.
the big cost is the booth, and they need the booths, so.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not in favor of reducing it, to be honest, but.
But I think the booths could be paid with impact fees, should be paid with impact.
No, they can't.
Why, cause they're not a month, no,
They're not on the SIP.
It's not on the SIP, and, yeah.
the SIP shouldn't be. tied.
Remember, the town side is only for the building, and it's not for any of the services. We have to either change it.
They could be bought with year-end funds.
Yeah, if we
had
were to
them
have
available.
year-end funds, we could reduce it. I mean,
I don't know
obviously,
about either.
like we did last year, if by a miracle we have year-end funds, we can probably pull some of this stuff out, but
Yeah.
I think that's a miracle.
This year, yes.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
Well,
well,
the miracle budget.
I know, my own budget, it's a small one,
Yeah.
I'm going to finish with, I may have to tap into my revolving fund.
Yeah.
Because it's just,
But I mean, if we're trying to go through everyone's budget again and
Yeah.
just do something,
yep.
then
Well, I'll take any motions if you want to know the town meeting.
yeah, I'll vote to reduce line 740 by $150. Go to 2 tables from 4.
Okay.
I think that's reasonable.
And you're saying there's tables on site that we can use?
Yeah,
from
there's
the
always-
high school.
There actually are a ton of tables,
All right,
right?
I just wanna make sure we get into the rooms. I know you can get the
They wanted to have
chairs.
their own.
Schools give us plenty.
So reduce it by how much, Bob?
So that's a one versus a need.
$150.
By $150?
Yeah, give them two and, you know.
Okay,
Fine,
and
too.
do I have a second?
Second.
A motion made and
Battery
seconded.
is at 71%.
I don't know why it's telling me that, but it's okay, thank you.
We're all happy to hear that.
Any further any discussion?
No.
All in favor for the reduction to by 150 on line 740, election supplies and equipment?
Right.
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 400. So they'll get two tables, but they won't get four. All right, anything else in town meeting?
Did, again, I'm trying to keep up with the President Trump. Did he say something about absentee ballots? Did he sign something on that? Is this fees here for that? I don't know if we wanna get that far in the woods.
He wants in-person voting.
I think that's.
A hundred, we have 100, we have posted for 150, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's, there's some executive order I don't know about that went
It's
goodbye.
I
probably
don't
gonna
think he will.
Just saying,
I don't
I'm
think he
adding
did
that,
yet.
that's all.
And just remember, this also drives from the town, state side. The state's gonna have its own
Yeah.
policies too, so.
All right, just
All right,
checking.
moving on to town clerk, if we're good with that one.
Give me a second to read it.
This should be the next one over, 4140.10.
She looks like an overall reduction there, so we'll
Yeah,
see
it's
that
tough, it's tough to
alone.
touch our budget right
Yeah.
now. And I know she's cut, I know she has a warrant for
Mhm.
changing a position, so that's gonna be addressed there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything there?
No.
Okay. We're gonna go to accounting, 4150.10. Should be the next tab.
Down $270.
Well, it's up 25, actually.
Is it?
Yeah. It's just this, the budget committee, you're looking all the way over where the budget
Yeah.
committee approves,
Yeah.
that hasn't been filled in yet, that's why it's
Hasn't been
negative.
filled in yet, okay.
I mean, the
25
biggest
votes for.
driver there is the software that we had,
Oh,
we
yeah.
voted on doing last, couple months ago.
Okay.
It's kinda tough.
We have to do that because the other one's tapped out,
Right,
right?
right. Now, the reality of it is, we may not see the full bill next year because we don't know when they're gonna onboard us, that's the challenge.
Don't
So-
say that too loud.
No, I know, but yeah, that's right, probably shouldn't say anything at this point. Just trying to be fair and honest. All right, anything in accounting? Sounds like no. Move to, information technologies, 4150. I will make a motion. I'll make a motion to reduce line 740, which is equipment purchases, by, well, I'm gonna reduce the line for computers, right? So it's 8875. I'm gonna reduce it to 7,000. And Karen, if you can change the description, the 1775 will be 1,400 times 5.
Where are you, John?
Yeah, where are you, Joe?
740,
Yeah,
Yeah.
equipment purchases.
yeah.
I'm reducing the computer line from,
8875.
8875 to 7,000 even. And the math should work out at $1,400 times 5 will be 7,000, right?
So he's reducing it $1,875.
Equals 1,400 times 5, you said?
1,400 times 5, yep.
Where's the times on this?
I'll second that motion.
Motion made and seconded.
Aye.
Discussion.
Nope.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? Motion carries 301.
So I'll change that writing.
I brought it forward, but
Yeah.
again, that gets us a lot further less, so that's all that matters.
Should
That's
you
it.
not
That-
have made
that's
the
what I
motion?
did.
Yeah, yeah.
I probably shouldn't have made the motion, but I
So
didn't vote for it, so.
1875.
I mean, I brought it up as a department head, but.
Um,
So it
You wanna redo it?
Reduce.
was 7,000.
Ken, if you'd like
Yeah,
to.
but reduced by
Make a motion that we,
1875.
we revote
Got that, Mike?
the IT budget line.
I'll make a motion to, what was it, line
Second.
740?
Well, we have to vote
Yeah.
to revote it first.
Yeah, okay, I'll make a motion to revote the vote.
I'll second her, second my first.
All right, let me clear, like I said, let's retract the original, I'm gonna make a motion, we retract my motion. Who seconded it? It was you seconded, right? So do you
I
agree?
remove my second.
All right, so all in favor to reduce or remove it? Yes. 400 to redo.
Okay, now
Now
you're,
for the motion correctly formed without me being involved.
Yes.
yes.
All right, I'll make a motion to amend the IT information
740.
tech, line 740, to change the text on that from 1775 each to 1,400 each.
Mhm.
And it reduces it by how much? What's the total? 375?
$1,875.
Yep.
Okay.
So it'll now be 7,000.
Make it 7,000.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made by Ms. Queenan, seconded by Mr. Leary. You got that, Matt? Yes. Okay. Any,
A lot of work, huh?
all those in favor say aye.
We have a lot of
Aye.
work.
Yeah.
Aye.
Abstain? Well, so motion carries 301. Okay,
Okay.
that's all I'm giving you. That's all I got. Anything else in information technologies? I'm open to any suggestions, but any, obviously.
I recommend we don't pay any of these taxes.
Tax. All right, moving on to tax collector, which is 415040. Remember, it's a mirror of the town clerk. If we didn't take anything out of town clerk, we probably shouldn't take anything out of tax collector, so.
Nope.
Budget's down, right?
It's down by
Yeah,
4,100
$4,100.
Perfect.
All right, next will be reevaluation, which we're already,
But we're
that's
in
a
that.
fixed price. We're going to RFP, so we'll figure out what that takes later. Legal, 4153. Obviously, it's up, but it's up because we have some things happening in the future. We're gonna need services. That's
Which
justification.
one are we looking at? Legal? Oh,
The-
gotcha.
legal.
The
Yep,
only
yep,
thing
yep.
I'd say here is you could probably reduce it to $5,000 because if it's charges related to, eminent domain.
It's covered
there's a
by the-
warrant article for that.
What if the warrant fails?
No, the warrant passed last
Yeah, it's already.
Oh,
there.
that's right, that's right.
last town meeting, so, I mean, if you really wanted to cut it, then we'll just,
Well, then let's
Is
cut
that
that.
gonna cut us really close
What's-
on that?
What's our run rate been? So it looks like 18,723 was 33, which we know that they're not.
Yeah, but they're
really-
doing
that
extra
was,
work right now.
yeah, that was a special case,
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
57 in 2022,
Yep.
which also was a special case.
Yep.
yeah.
So going back,
I'll make a motion to reduce it by $2,500. We'll cut it in half, and we'll leave a cushion in there.
Split the difference.
okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Queenan. Discussion? No? All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion carries 400.
Yeah, what was it, 5,000 they cut out of legal?
2,500
Are you
bucks.
changing the text on that too?
2,500?
So the line in blue, it says plus 5,000 PUC, you're changing that to say 2,500?
Yeah, they'll update it.
Okay, just wanna make sure.
Looks like you just did.
I wanna make sure the numbers match the text, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, she.
You just did it, right, Karen?
Yeah, it just
I
minus
saw it
25.
Did it change? Mine's not
No, I-
refreshed.
Yeah, Karen's doing.
Let me
them
refresh
as
my
you
screen
Oh, good,
manually.
okay. There we go, Karen.
And the text is too?
She's talking about the description, Karen.
The description down,
Oh,
Plus
just so when we're
5,000.
looking, we're saying, how come, you know,
Just
so the text
make it
matches the
25.
code.
Oh.
yeah, that can probably come out. That,
That's,
this, it's
yeah,
not
we
attached
could've
to
just done it in
anything.
that line.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I'll go up.
Anything else in legal? Nope. Personnel, which is
Yeah,
4155.
we really can't touch that.
Yeah, it's
Plus it's downs, right? Am I seeing a reduction there?
small.
Can't do your taxes,
Minus
unfortunately,
6,000.
you can't do retirement. It's all based on wages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to wait until we get all that
Move
in.
on now.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, let's go to
Look at that.
planning, which is 4191.10. I mean,
Okay, for 20 hours a week. And we're doing the 20 hours a week now, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you can't touch. And that's, we can't do anything there.
Pretty lean.
no, you got the planner and you got the CIP contract,
Yep.
I mean.
Yep.
Those are the two big drivers, so.
Yep.
Okay. All right, if there's.
What is this
noth-
public notices and ads?
Public notices is when they have to put things in, so planning has certain things that have to be advertised in the paper when they do planning, for a zoning change. Public hearings for that has to be in the paper.
And a
But it's,
paper.
but it's paid for by the applicant, and we have to offset with revenue, right?
Not a zoning change.
Not so.
Not, I'm talking, well,
Planning.
in planning.
If it's a, site plan change or something that is related to a case, then yes, that comes off the escrows for the.
So is this possibly high or no?
It's $50.
The butters.
Yeah.
$13.50.
Oh, wait a minute.
Who pays for the abutters notices?
$13.50. Public
No,
notices and ads.
Oh, you're
I don't
okay,
know.
yep.
Butter notices
$1,350.
are paid by the applicant.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
These
just
are
seems like-
more related to changes that the town is proposing.
I gotcha.
And how often do we do that?
Well, you're gonna have some coming through this year because ADUs,
Yeah, there's a lot of
there's a lot of zoning
zoning changes happening.
changes that need to be made.
Right, okay. So that makes sense. Okay.
All right, moving on to zoning. It's a pretty small budget to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
You reduced it $750 already.
Yes, I know.
Nice, John.
I heard that already.
It's so small.
I know, I know.
So mean.
looking at the actuals though, I mean, we've never come close to the 1750 number. I mean, 22, it's 374, 23 is 469.
What's
The actual
for-
expense for, line 555.
What's the actual expense for this year, though? They've had a fair amount of cases this year.
2020,
not
we
in
don't
there
have
yet.
that. 2024 was 219. Budget committee approved 600 last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
600?
You see room there at all,
Do you
Kim?
have the?
I'll look it up.
The 2020.
Because you bring a good point. I mean, it's, in 2020, like you said, it was 469, in 2023, 374. Feels like.
Four 16.
So we were reduced it by,
Where is
we already reduced it by
it?
750,
Mm-hmm.
so now it's 1,000.
Actual 60.
What are we in,
actual
zoning?
422.
Zoning, yes.
Nothing.
We spent nothing this year?
No.
There's a, yep.
What happened with?
I'll make a motion that we reduce, line, on 419130, line 555, public notices and ads, to the value of 600. So from 1,000 to 600, so reduce it by $400.
That was my motion, I'll second it.
Okay, motion made by myself, seconded by Mr. Leary. Great minds think alike.
I'm sorry, where did
Discussion.
it go?
So what would happen if we hit the 600, if for some reason?
They already
always gotta pay out of the
reduced
bottom
it
line.
750, now
I just
they
wanna make sure they get their
Something
services,
radical
because
happens.
it's legal, they have to legally do that.
Minus four.
But if
Alright,
you
all
look
those
at
in-
all their actions-
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 400. So that now, Rip, should be 600. Alright, you have that, Karen?
It's 600.
I'm waiting for it to change.
It changed. It should be changed.
I was very impressed.
Alright, general government buildings, which is the catch-all for everything else in this town.
Right?
It is.
I mean, it looks like it's down already. Yeah, it's down by 151,000, right, so. Oh, that's because.
Well, that's because of
of
the
my.
lease.
Cell tower.
That's because my, not, the communications tower.
Right.
It's down
Nice.
$1,100. So-
Oh, that's all I ever hear about is that damn thing.
So the increase that we had to 630 was a new bill, so I don't wanna, we know that's definitely going up that much.
The fire alarm stuff, yep.
Right.
Yep.
Can you just say numbers so I can look too?
6:30.
6:30.
It's so, where it says, new 2026 fire alarm monitoring. That's the fee that Hudson charges us to have us connected to their fire alarm system.
Right, right.
The change to 4:30 was, JP Pest, which was not being budgeted,
That's right, yep.
so that's real. We know that's going up, that amount.
How do we pay for it before if it wasn't budget, bottom line? This wasn't captured in the budget
It
itself?
wasn't captured and we were charged, making sure other lines were low.
Okay.
You sat out front with a hat, playing a tambourine.
Yeah.
That's quite the visual.
Gas, please don't cut.
No.
Having such a problem
Yeah,
with
do that,
gas.
no.
And budget committee's gonna, I hope they don't cut it this year, we can't.
They can't cut it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't
The chairs, we need new chairs in here, we can't cut that.
desperately. And we've just been waiting until we find something
Right?
economical enough. We thought we had something that Mr. Gannon found and then it had already gone, so.
Would that be a warrant article that people might buy into?
What?
Chairs for.
Well, if you wanted a table and chairs, you know, chairs for in here, right? 'Cause it's a community room. Well, it's not the community center room over there, but I'm just saying, I don't know if that's a big price tag or not. People might, because they
Maybe.
want to have their town hall look nice. And I'm just saying,
I don't
out
know.
of here, it goes over there, but
I mean, we're having a real hard time with $2,500 finding,
keep it in mind.
but
Because you want to take pride in your town, I was just saying, just the looks.
Absolutely.
And they all come in here usually.
Needs versus want.
Not all, but
Well, in some
Yeah,
cases, I
so-
think some of the chairs
we
do
keep
need-
Oh
losing.
my God, they do,
them.
I did, I sat in one the other day.
What?
One of the,
Oh,
I
the
sat
wooden
in the
ones? Yeah.
broken chair.
include it.
Good thing I didn't go through.
Yep.
I don't see any disability for selectmen.
Nope. You signed a waiver.
Did I? Are
That
you
one in
sure?
the corner is a time bomb.
That one,
Yep.
Yeah, it is, I
it's
see
already
it.
unglued.
That should be chucked before somebody's tempted to sit there.
I don't have anything there, I'm sorry.
All
I
right, so
don't
nothing
see-
here.
Nothing there, okay.
All right,
Cemetery is 4195. I don't think there's anything here at this point.
Unfortunately, line 650 is a contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll skip other insurances, because I think we can't deal with that anyway.
Advertising.
Advertising. Actuals, it looks like we're spot on from an actual
It's
perspective.
$10 difference.
Yeah, not much we can
Okay.
use there.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
All right, going to
Touching
police
the
department.
police, I'm not touching it.
421010. Anything there?
How much does anybody want a ticket?
They don't do retaliation.
Nope, well, they would've got everybody
Nope.
already.
They just do their job a little more diligently.
Well, now that we,
I'm kidding.
I don't.
he's gonna come in here and not.
I hope he's not watching.
It's all contractual.
Yeah, I'll leave it all.
And with regards to the ticket comment, just to say,
We're kidding.
none of the revenues from tickets come to the town, so let's just.
Where's
be
it go?
clear. It goes to the state.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So we're not incented to actually write a ticket.
good, but that's actually probably pretty good,
Um,
the way I
it-
drive.
When you get a ticket in town, it means you probably have done it a few times and been told not to do it again, and still did it, so. Or not grossly driving erratically crazy.
Okay, anyway, we're on
All right,
to
police support,
support.
421050. Were you shushing me?
Yes.
It's already down by 6,300 bucks.
Oh,
I think the chief's commentary to me was, he's very proud of the fact that the budget is actually under what he asked for before, even though he's in a deficit as it is.
Yep.
So, he's done a really good job. Again, I said the same thing with the other department heads. Ambulances, contracts, so there's nothing we can really do there.
Fire.
Fire,
Doug usually has a little cash somewhere.
This is search stuff.
I'll tell you where it is.
That's
Training
wages.
wages?
No, don't touch wages.
No. No, I don't see
I mean,
anything here.
the delta is,
Inspector, we need,
he's up, but he's up because of the per diem, because the per diem's in here now, right?
Yes.
So it's all fully focused there, he's full coverage.
Right, repairs and maintenance.
And I think the challenge with this department too is their call rate's going up. I mean, they're getting more and more calls, so more and more call for service, so it's basically driven on,
We want them to maintain the building.
yeah, we don't want the building falling to shambles.
Nope.
Anything in fire? No? All right, hydrants, we all wanna cover it, but we all wanna cut it, but we can't, so we'll just skip that. And we don't know if that's the right number anyway, hope.
Right.
Maybe it'll go down.
Always pray.
You're talking to the president, right?
Yeah.
That a
It's
check,
going
right?
up 'cause I don't think all the hydrants from.
Goodwill, right?
So, code enforcement's already down almost $4,000.
he's been good.
Yeah, and I know he's working hard, so, at this point. All right, moving on, if there's nothing in code, we'll go to emergency management. That's pretty much flat from year over year. I think what happened last year, I think we reduced his CERT program again,
Yeah.
right? Which is probably something, I mean, I don't know, we stress to get the CERT program running, but we don't wanna provide equipment. I feel like that's kind of a
Yep.
problem, so I'd say leave it the way it is, and if the budget committee wants to take it down, they can take it down, I guess, but
They're putting a lot of time and effort into
They
it.
are.
Yeah.
So
That's a
anything,
great
nothing,
program.
nothing in emergency management?
No.
Okay, road agent?
Please don't cut 310.
We'll give him the $88.
We're struggling. We're struggling to make
He does great
310 work as it is.
The only thing I was gonna ask, and I know this has nothing to do, but is there a reason why we need to have this stipend and we just can't put it in his salary? Is there a legal reason? I know the road agent is a legal RSA around it, but,
It's not the same position.
well, it is the same, but we voted to be the same position. That's the problem I have. We took the road agent and made it appointed.
Yep.
And it's always been, so I'm not advocating reducing his pay by $1,500. I'm just saying make it part of his paycheck versus paying it out of the stipend.
Why was it different?
Why would you
care?
want- Yeah.
I don't know, I just think the stipend, the guy is a full-time employee, plus he's gonna get a stipend for the same job he's doing, that's all. I think it just sends a confusing message, that's all.
Now we'll leave Kevin alone.
I think if you ever needed it to be a different person, then you'd have a problem.
I don't know why we would ever do that again, but, okay.
Street lighting, we can't touch. Street lighting, there's nothing.
Yep, okay. Road maintenance, 43-12-10.
No salt. Everyone skis.
I'm assuming the salt number lines up to the quote we got, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And obviously it's up. And the tonnage we buy, that's based on our current year, 3-year average, or year over year? Yeah, okay.
That went up to 79.79
Right.
per ton.
That's 686. We're up actually 56,000? 76 on
No, we're up,
catch basin cleanups.
no.
Looks like we've
And we have
increased.
to do that, though.
Yeah, we have to,
to
because
50
of
No,
the
I'm just
-4.
saying, but it says we're up by 56, 873, right?
Because we
Okay.
have more and more catch basins that have
Yeah,
problems.
no, I'm not picking on them, I'm just looking at them. Just looking for big money.
Big, yeah.
Big money, road sweeping, we need to sweep the roads.
The MS4 is driving a lot of that stuff too, so.
What's this right here?
Fortunate,
Overtime.
which,
How many new people did we add with the warrant articles last time?
none.
None.
None? It failed?
Yep. So there's,
Hence
so
the
basically
overtime.
there's the road
I
agent
know, it's-
and then 2 workers.
okay.
So a department of 3. And then they have all the contractors for the winter seasonal work.
Yep.
Um,
It's
So-
unfortunate, cause I think you could lower that overtime if we had the right number of people.
But then it would just be moved to another line.
So it's jumped, but it is jumped up, right? So it was 17 proposed in 2025, now it's 24. And what was the justification for the jump up?
Because this year, it's higher, amount was.
Is it
Um,
wages numbers going up or dollar pay?
Yeah, wages and,
Okay.
I think more overtime.
Vehicle maintenance, 5,000.
Overtime right now is at $24,151.
So they already spent over what they had in the default. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they were way over, yeah.
Okay.
And let's also remember, the reason why it's up too is they're getting called out for services by PD and fire, they have other things they're doing, so obviously that's the driver, part of the driver.
They're the coverall for
Now,
everybody.
some of this year's was the wires that went down and they had to go out.
Take the trees down, get them clear up the roads,
Yep,
yeah.
they've been to the cemeteries, they've been all over the place.
But they've also had more calls, and requests from,
Other
you
departments.
know, other departments, rec. So,
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any place else to drop it, so. Anything else in road maintenance? Okay, go to streetlights, which obviously fixed. Sanitation administration. 432110. Part of it's driven by the cost increases that we already have contracted requirements, the tip fees have gone up,
right.
so.
And he was pretty tight with those estimates.
Yep. All right, not hearing anything. Go to Health Department, 441110. That's just a stipend position. Don't say anything there. We good in health? We good?
Mhm.
Mosquito, that's contract,
Yeah.
and it's been pretty flat, isn't it? It's like a few small increases year over year.
Yeah, there was a small, increase in 2024, but
Alright. Animal control.
it's gone.
Oh, that's right, it's gone. Do not use. Why is it even, can we just hide that?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, hide it so no one sees it anymore. Health agencies, this is all driven by a warrant,
It's a
right? So
warrant,
we don't have to
yeah.
worry about that.
Vendor payments is a warrant.
Yep.
The trust fund. And I will say that is high. That's about 25,000 to date.
Okay, I was gonna ask that.
And I'm assuming housing is the biggest driver, right?
Yes.
Okay, Parks and Rec, 452010. Other than maybe the change the rec commission voted in, I don't really see anything else in here.
And we don't know the actual number on the maintenance, the, field maintenance.
Right. Cause that could be going up, right?
Could go up or down.
Okay. We already did library.
And I
Oops, sorry.
sent Chairman Burns a message asking him what the cuts were, to remind me what the cuts were.
Okay. We already did library. Patriotic purposes, Memorial Day Parade. Right now, it's 2,000, it's been 2,000 forever, and I think it's a good price.
Have a request further down on your agenda tonight.
Yep.
Saw that.
All right, moving to conservation, 461120. Still pretty reasonable, obviously. They do a lot with little.
It's changed by $300, which was the fishing derby. They've added a whole fishing derby for $300.
Well, it's split cost with the recreation though, isn't it?
Yeah, but this is the ice fishing derby.
Oh, it's just the ice fishing?
Yeah,
Okay.
this is the additional derby.
Cool.
Yep.
Is this the one the veterans group said maybe reach out to them and they might help here?
He said something about that, yeah.
Yep.
So that's the 300 difference.
Okay. Heritage Commission,
Commission.
they don't have
Nothing.
anything?
I thought you
Nope.
too.
Best budget.
Best budget ever.
Yeah. So that's it. So Karen, what's our bottom line now?
Okay, we fixed that $88. I feel better about us, at least
Yeah, yes.
making some changes. I really do. I was,
At the tax cap, we're now 8,337 under.
look at us.
How much?
go.
$8,337.
All right, that's good. So that means now our new proposed budget is what?
519, 330.
What's throwing me off, it says 2025 above it, that's why.
I'm sorry?
It says 2025 above that, that's why I was wondering. I'm on the
Oh.
totals, it says,
The budget, yeah, I
Oh.
see, yeah, I probably didn't change that.
yeah, okay, so bottom line now is $8,519,472,
Yes.
which,
What, 472? Oh,
472, right? 8519472?
Is that what
what page, my summary
tax?
page is
8160-158.
8519330.
Yeah.
Wait, what page are you on?
Oh, I'm on the 2026 total, so did that not update maybe? No, it did not.
Something didn't update.
Okay, so
You
let me,
go to the summary.
yeah,
Is that-
yep, I'm there now.
8287, is
That
that what you
should be,
said?
but.
8287?
So it's 8519430, I mean 330.
oh,
Does that
that's
make
not
sense,
right
Alan?
either. Oh, that is, yeah, that.
8 million, so the new bottom line budget is $8,519,330. Which is a 2.8% increase over the proposed last year. That calculation's right. So I'll make a motion that we approve the bottom line budget for budget committee consideration at $8,519,330. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Plansky. Further any discussion?
No, we may wanna change, if I can get the rec numbers, we can change it later, but
Yeah, I
I'm
think
good with it.
we get it, send it over them, and I think, hopefully they understand that we're gonna have a very dynamic budget. I know when I shared with the budget, they have access to this, I told them it's dynamic, and we'll be taking actions throughout the rest of the year, so. Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries 400. All right. So that's the preliminary budget, wrap-up in motions, if we've done that too. And I guess we're ready to send it over to them for the 18th. Like I said, they do have access to it. I know that they shared it with all the members. They know it's read-only. They understand it's changing, so I'm sure if they're watching tonight's meeting, they'll take a look at what's going on.
Below that is the link to the budget committee schedule
Yeah.
that was sent last week to all the boards, chairs and department heads, along with a link to our PowerPoint that we put together each year for the budget committee. So the budget committee has asked in the past, I haven't gotten any instructions this year, so I'm assuming the process is the same. They've asked for a slide deck of changes only.
Yep.
Ups and downs, so the department heads have been asked to go and put their information that they would like to present that evening into that slide deck.
So it's like we've done the last couple of years.
Yep, same we've done the last few years.
Is this your document or is this theirs?
Which
The
doc-
budget committee link? That link, is it theirs?
It's the one approved by the selectmen.
Okay, because we don't have access to it right now. At least I
Oh,
don't
you
have access to
don't?
it. If you click on it, I get asked to, request permission. So,
Oh.
I was denied.
yeah, denied.
Yeah,
Go away!
I am too. Oh, there we go. No, now I,
Refresh the screen, maybe.
and there you go.
I can't even click on it.
Should be anyone with the link.
Yep, okay.
Do I have a link? Oh, there it is. Yep. Yep. Got it.
And so, and I did put the increase to the salt further down so you could see that. That's that. That's it for budget.
Okay.
Nicely done.
All right, so next on the agenda is facility naming policy discussion. Ms. Kleiner?
So as I said, last meeting, this policy was developed, in 2023, 2 years ago now. And it was reviewed by legal, it was approved by the board at that time. Unfortunately, due to me being gone and coming back, I did not submit the signature page to the board at that time. Luckily, we've had no requests for new names set forward. So with the new board, it was thought that you should have the time to look at it, review it, and see if there's anything you want changed. I did that, I didn't see anything, everything looked very similar to the reasons that it was drawn up the first time. So I did not have any proposed changes.
I don't ever remember a name coming before the selectmen since I've been here.
Well, I think it resulted from the Schaefer Park being requested, wasn't
That
it?
is,
Jeff Lane.
that's when it
Lane.
was, yeah,
That's when it was created.
yes.
I know back when I was on the board earlier, we talked about it, because we're talking about like naming the complex, and when we named Jewett Park down there, we didn't have a policy, but
I know when they did Innisfield, which was Brickyard, I think that went to a Warren article. Town
Did it
people voted
really?
on it, yes. I seem to remember that going to Warren article.
And then there was well, that would be school, the school.
And the school was with the Martin, yeah, it also went to Warren.
Mm.
I think too, though, the board was trying to be very, allowing the town to be involved by having a committee that kind of reviews it. That way, it's not just the board or the commission that is weighing in on it. It's involving other community members who, you know, might have input in it. And I think, so I think you are trying to be very collaborative.
And number 5, I wanted family to weigh in, remember? Because somebody might recommend somebody,
Yep. the
and
family
that
didn't
person may
it
not
either.
want their name on there, you know.
Yep.
But number 5, we said would handle it with the second vote, right? They
Yep.
could come to the public hearing, right, or whatever hearing, right?
That's right.
Yep. So we've read through it and no other changes.
So is there a motion to approve?
Oh, so made, sorry.
Motion made by Mr. Leary, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Queenan. Further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, motion carries 400. And I think
Promise
that,
I will bring it back with your signature page
Sure.
next meeting. Karen, don't let me.
Yeah.
Somebody write it on her hand, go Claire.
all right, next up is the flag request. Ms. Kleiner?
Yes, so this is similar to last year. Last year we had the same. There is $1,000 left in the patriotic, and last year when we had money, because the Memorial Day parade had run so great on budget, we replaced some of the flags that had gotten worn along Albuquerque due to the weather. This year, we have some that need to be replaced. Originally, the veterans said they needed a minimum of 50 flags. But what they're only requesting is 24, which comes out to $996. So our request is to use the money that is left in patriotic to replace those flags on Albuquerque that have become so worn. Albuquerque, and I think there's a few on others. And so I did reach out, as I have in the past, to Mr. Calawa, who has managed the patriotic line. And I do not believe there's going to be any additional charges towards that line.
Will that clean out that account?
Yes,
$4 in there, right?
Yeah.
yes. But they are the most beautiful thing about it. One of them
Careful,
is
girl.
seeing those flags.
No, it is, when you go drive
Oh,
down.
I love them.
It
I
is.
absolutely love
Yeah.
them.
And the trees are nice and green, it's beautiful, and they get the flags waving in the air, it's nice.
So they donated the original flags, is that correct?
So, at least I know last year, we're just helping them replace the ones that are ruined or that need to be replaced. I'll make a motion that we authorize the expenditure up to $1,000 for the replacement of, flags, 24 to 25 flags by the Veterans Organization.
Second.
Motion made by myself, seconded by Mr. Leary. Discussion? I think the flag's been a beautiful addition to the roadway, so
It's gorgeous.
my concern when we did it originally was how do we keep it up? So I think this is one where we keep how we do it. We just help the organization who's very dedicated to make it continue to look the way it is and maintain it. This is the little part we can do, so.
I think Pat Hewitt had initially started it.
The flags?
On 3A, some of them.
I don't know.
No, you're right. I'm trying to
We
remember.
had like one or two, like down by the
There weren't
town
a lot.
center. They weren't a lot.
No,
No,
they
they
weren't
weren't
on
on-
Albuquerque, they were
Good
down
point,
on
yeah.
3A.
She's
They-
stirring,
the veterans
she's
came.
stirring me down now for
Yeah.
forgetting.
I do love them, but
don't
yeah, she
remember
is
it
giving you. I see the side eye.
I think she donated to do something. I forget exactly, but I'll look it up. All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, abstained, motion carries 400. All right, next will be one addition I added to the, agenda earlier. It's a sign application and a small discussion. We have two sign applications from the Aaron Cutler Memorial Library to use our signs to advertise a fly fishing in New Hampshire program and a fly tying workshop. Which I would assume, because it's town entity, is not an issue, and that's one part of the thing I wanted to declare. So we need approval for these two, applications.
I'll make a motion to approve them both.
Okay, motion
Second.
seconded. As far as discussion part, I just want clarification. We pulled these in for this meeting because I wasn't 100% sure whether we could sign off it was beyond between meetings. But it is a town entity, and I would assume if the town hall can manage it, I would say we should just allow the town hall to manage it. If that makes sense. I think Kim mentioned the previous board may have said that or allowed that to happen. I just want to make sure that's still okay. All right, so going forward, if it's a town service,
We should be able to.
rec,
You should be able to do it.
library, and one of these for the
Conservation.
Right, so if there was no conflict,
you guys will deal with it.
then we would just approve it, but
Yep.
if there was a conflict, we'd bring it to the board.
I'd like to, yeah, I'd like to
we
make a
gonna put it at
motion
the-
that they're able to do
Are we gonna
that.
put it at the dump as well?
Yeah, that's my question.
If they asked for it on the dump, I don't think they did.
Oh,
No.
more advertising.
Don't know
better.
if they did, but we'll
Let's have
certainly
Don- let's
reach
have Donna
out
put it out there.
and let them know.
I just don't wanna delay things, that's, you know.
And we've typically included, Spirit of Litchfield as
Should.
part of that
Yeah.
town
Should,
entity.
yeah.
Okay, I just wanna clarify.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstained, motion carries 4-0-0, so these are all set. All right, town administrator reports, or report. Kim?
Very first one is from Chief Doug Nickel, letting you know about the fire truck parade, October 3rd, 6:30. And as usual, the open house is always the same month in October. That's October 18th from 1 to 4. We did find out recently, within the past couple weeks, that there's been an additional charge to all of the Eversource bills. And so we did a little research, we reached out to NRPC, who has our current contract, and we found out there's been a new charge, it's called the DASI charge. And this is by the New England ISO, and it is a regulatory change, so therefore it affects all contracts, no matter who your contract is with.
Yep.
They can increase it by this change. Supposedly, it's supposed to help the daily tracking and setting of rates. For us, that means an additional $400 from August to the end of the year. It is, though we did clarify in the new contract that we negotiated with NRPC, it's in that rate. So
Oh, okay.
it's
so that's good.
only this year that it's not. So.
Okay.
Audit wrap-up is scheduled for September 22nd. The use path, report, that was sent over from Avatar. That is the manual on how your revaluation is done. So it contains all the facts and figures, the sales, how they arrived at the figures that they arrived at. It's a very large file. There's a physical copy in the Selectmen's viewing room if someone would like to come in and go through it. I also loaded it to the website under the Department Assessing, so they can get it from the website. And, there is a standard that they have to go by, and the DRA will review that manual and make sure that the revaluation was set according to uniform appraisals. So, that's that. I already mentioned the budget committee presentation went to department heads. 2026 proposed warrant articles. We have sent a communication to all department heads. We have started to put together a list. We're going to bring that to you on your next meeting, on the 22nd, to start a preliminary discussion. I we didn't put the personnel policy on your agenda tonight, and we kept it tabled. We did have a discussion at the August 20th department head meeting, which raised even more questions, have a discussion, raise more questions, so we're just not ready yet. We wanna make sure the department heads' answers are all squared away first. I did receive a notice from NRPC, and about the tip amendment, and they are having a meeting on Wednesday. So if you would like to look at the amendment to, the tip, there's a link here that will provide you, but they need comments, by Monday, September 15th. A trustee of trust funds August report is below in your portal, so that you can see the changes made to that, nothing out of the ordinary. Both Karen and I look at it. This Thursday, Karen, Heather, and I will attend by, virtually the NHMA budget, and finance workshop. So we're gonna do it online this year. Health Trust is going to have a public hearing on, how they arrive at their rates. And this is generally filled with town administrators, managers across, the state. I plan to attend the 10 a.m. session, there's also a 3 p.m. session. And so they'll discuss how they set the rates and how they'll determine a surplus, if any, for 2025, which I'd be shocked.
I just sent you guys a revised budget from the rec commission. It looks like it's 160,000 after the cuts that they made.
160 after the cuts they've
Yeah,
made.
you should have an email coming in if it's, yeah, I got good bars. Yeah. That came from Chairman Burns. Send a spreadsheet over.
So they are.
Sorry to interrupt your flow.
No, that's
Good
okay,
news.
but if they're,
It doesn't say where the cuts were, just that was the final of it.
Well, it looks like field maintenance is where one of the, like, still what, it's 111,000 versus what was
so if they're going to cut.
Yeah. Oh, because they were talking about taking some of the, like the John Bryant River access and a few of the other areas out of that budget and having volunteers do it.
So it looks like they're reducing
That was the
the
big one.
custodian. We can reduce his wages, but we can't reduce his rate. That's,
Can't reduce his hours?
we can reduce his hours, I can't reduce his rate, that's a
Right.
contract, I mean, that's. So,
Yeah.
I would have to cut the number of hours he's there.
Well, that's what we do then, right?
I just wanna make sure that the level of
Yeah.
cleaning would be
We're talking about Dara.
Yeah, it's the building in there.
talent, yeah.
Yeah, same.
Town hall, yeah.
But it looks like they've adjusted the rate, so unless they have their own custodian, that won't work.
I don't know.
So this email was dated August 12th, and it went to you, Kim, so this must have been from their original budget.
I think so.
Yeah, we went over the budget again to see if we could come up with any cuts.
Because I think I had already addressed with them the custodian,
Yeah.
and the electricity, which is
Mhm.
based on our run rate.
Yeah.
So the reductions that they're making are generally tracked by the town. I mean, we have run rates on electricity
Mm-hmm.
and propane,
Yeah, they shouldn't be doing that.
yeah.
I don't know, maybe just double check with them before you
Okay,
enter
I'll
your new
double check
numbers,
with
yeah.
them tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yeah, it looks like they dropped field maintenance by $20,000. I just don't know where they would have done it. 'Cause that means they're reducing the contract, well, 106 is what they have the contract estimated to be, from budget perspective. That's what they did, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, and they want volunteers to do some of the other mowing, not the fields, but some of the other areas. Between them and, conservation, they have the tractor and there's a brush hog and they can do some of the stuff with that.
I'm not sure this looks like the original.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh.
It's from August 11th, that's why I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't think this is,
Just check with them on
okay, I'll
Yeah.
check with them in the
Solid.
morning.
it. Don't shoot the messenger.
Never.
This way.
Just shoot
Yeah,
the
right.
message, not the messenger.
Okay, health trust. Oh, then there's a notice, from, New Hampshire Department of Environmental Services, who is going over St. Gobain's, plan for remediation. With
Easy
a
for me to
fine tooth
say.
comb, so they went over testing, which was the correspondence we received a few meetings ago. This one is asking for additional soil sampling. And this is all related to a bill that passed, regarding water infrastructure and determining a cost of the St. Gobain, debacle's a great word, on water infrastructure. And so they're working to do that, and DES is really laying down the way they wanna see the plan made. State budget, so I don't know if everyone heard this, but the state budget their revenues came in substantially lower. And some of the basis for that was the tax collections. And so preliminary data shows that 3.13 billion in revenues, which was targeted for 3.165, so. Our concern with that, and the reason we bring that up, is next year, when they are trying to find balance, generally you see it pushed to the towns. You see additional expenditures, or cuts to town revenue. It's just been substantially over the years, that's. And then I listed a whole bunch of legislative changes, that NHMA sent over. This is just for you. That PFAS mitigation is like the third from the bottom, the one that I was just speaking to. And then, and some of them you already know about, the solid waste surcharge we've already talked about, so I just kinda listed them out, and that's all I have.
All right. I guess we move on to selectmen reports. Ms. Plansky?
I met with the conservation last week. They're still busy as always. The community garden is wrapping up. It was a really successful season. A lot of new gardeners and another new gardener who's coming in that is a beekeeper, which was one of my wants when we first were putting the garden together. So that's kind of exciting. She's going to be presenting to the Conservation Commission next month. They're pretty much taking care of their water problems down there. They're trying to get a kiosk set up at the DeRocha property, and they hope to do that over the next month. And then the second milfoil treatment was voted on that did the whole pond as opposed to half of it. So that's, the second has gone through, and it does look like it's dying down there. Karen, Kim, myself, and Steve all attended the ribbon cutting for the new dock that was put in down at Dara.
Just wanna ask you where you were when we were putting the dock in the water.
I was kind of busy that day. I think I was in Florida.
Probably.
But I would have, definitely. I know it cost you a pair of
Shoes.
sneakers, yep. So there's that. And tomorrow I'm meeting with the chief, fire chief, police chief, and the superintendent of schools to talk about the dog program that I talked to you, the Comfort Dog program. May not be a good fit for the police department, but we're all gonna get together, and Kelly, who is a Litchfield resident, is gonna be talking about what needs to be done to allow it in our towns and what she's seen and knows how to do in other towns. So it should be, it's 3:30, we're meeting over at the fire station tomorrow.
She bringing sample
And-
dogs?
Hmm?
She bringing sample dogs?
She's bringing a sample dog. If you don't have anything to do, you're more than welcome to come on over at 3:30 at the fire department, and it should be kind of nice. And if you need comfort, there'll be a comfort dog there. So
At 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I usually do need comfort.
that's all I got. I think that's really all it. I think next week I have my Heritage Commission meeting. 6 o'clock will start, and then we'll move on to the 250th program. So
That's it?
yeah.
Okay, Ms. Queenan?
Okay. Our next SIP meeting is September 15th, 6:30 PM here in the community room. There's been no update since we last met. Economic Development, we did meet on September 17th. We had all of our recommendations. We voted on them as a committee, so they could come to you. The final report is gonna be ready September 17th, so everybody can review it. We have just one more meeting. If they agree to what they see on the report, that will be great. If not, we'll make our final mods, but it looks like it's wrapping up there. NRPC, Kim Kleiner, you are absolutely correct. We are meeting September 17th. It's a full commissioner meeting. Bill Watson from DOT will be presenting, speaking about the $400 million shortfall on the 10-year transportation plan and what they're trying to do to stabilize for the next few years and go forward after that. I would suggest if you want to watch that, it's a live meeting as well. I'm sure they tape it and we could look at that later. The slide deck that he provides, we will also bring forward here. That meeting, like I said, is Wednesday, September 17th. That meeting starts at 7 p.m., 30 Temple Street in Nashua at NRPC's headquarters. The PFAS committee is a monthly meeting. We did not meet in August. They called that their summer break. We meet September 12th, which is this Friday, at 2 p.m. It's a meeting that is remote, but they record it and put it on the DES website. So for Diane, I was at the Hillsborough Agricultural Fair this weekend, and I ran into, do you remember Lori Wiley? Was the pastor at the Presbyterian Church before.
Yes.
So she was diagonally from me, didn't notice till 2 hours later, but doing gardening. And she has a whole, like 30 types of gardens. I have a handout for you. She'd like to reach out to you.
Oh, I'd love to talk to her.
Lots
yeah.
of ideas, moon gardens, but she was putting a list together
moon
of all
gardens.
towns. She'd ask you
Okay.
where you were from, do you have a garden club? She wants people to get to know each other, kind of thing, but lots of ideas for the garden.
Wonderful.
So I will hand you her information. I was looking for it as you were
Thank you
speaking.
so much, Kim.
Okay, and she's very excited to talk to you about that.
Excellent. I'll get him in touch with the right people, or it could be that right person.
Yeah, and she had books and everything, and yeah, she's really,
Love it.
and religious gardens too, spiritual.
Well, so
Lots of types of
we're
gardens.
trying to do a butterfly garden for a girl that had passed away in town. And we didn't quite get there. That was one of my not there yet.
So that's all I have.
That's it?
Yep.
Mr. Leary?
We meet tomorrow night, but, let's see, they had for Primex went over and did their inspection. Minor things, not really anything. There's, threshold that sticks up a little bit, so they asked them to paint it yellow or orange so people could see it. There was a broken window in the building. The beam is fixed under the floor now, and they're getting ready for refinishing. The beam was fixed a week and a half ago. Spirit of Litchfield got their Fall Fest and Christmas in Litchfield approved at the last meeting. And then, let's see, they're gonna, I think they may have already done it, I wasn't around last weekend, but built the canopy over the HVAC unit.
Yep, they posted it on Facebook, so it's
okay,
definitely
yeah.
done, yep.
And other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. And again, we meet tomorrow night.
Okay.
All we got.
Thank you. Myself, facilities hasn't met since the last time we met. They meet tomorrow night, which I'll be at. And then budget committee, I unfortunately missed the last budget committee meeting because my flights got all messed up. So I didn't get back in time. I didn't get back till Friday morning at 5 a.m. It's horrible. But I did send them an update prior, and I did watch the meeting. They had a lot of questions from the budget perspective, which I have in that spreadsheet. We'll talk about it next week, or this week, actually.
Yeah.
Get it back to them. I think if they're watching tonight, they probably heard some of the answers already, based on the budget questions they had. But as you know, that's starting up, full swing is starting, so I think next month they start their weekly meetings going forward, so a lot of work to go on. And that's it for me.
Hopefully their pencils will stay as sharp when they do the school as they do the town. It seems like they lose all their lead after the town. Or some members, there's some members that are
Yeah,
equal opportunity cutters, but
yeah.
no offense, Andrew.
All right, so that concludes our business for this evening. We do have a non-public, so we will need to go into non-public under RSA 91A:3, Roman numeral 2, Section C, matters which, if discussed in public, would likely affect adversely the reputation of any person other than a member of this board, unless such person requests an open meeting. This exemption shall extend to include any application for assistance or tax abatement or waiver of a fee, fine, or levy, if based in the ability to pay or poverty of applicant. So, roll call vote. Mr. Leary.
Yes. Oh, did we do the motion yet?
I just did the motion.
We did. Did anybody second? I didn't catch it.
No, good. Yeah,
Second.
you were second.
All right, Diane
Good.
seconded.
All in favor, a roll call vote, Miss Plansky. Miss Plansky?
Diane Flansky?
Diane, I said Miss Plansky.
Oh, am I seconding?
No, you're, yes.
Voting yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, yes, God, I want to
I'm
go
a
into.
yes, Ms.
I
Queenan.
can't wait.
Mr. Leary, yes.
Sure. What?
Do that all the
All right, so we'll be going into non-public as of 8:53. We'll only come out of non-public to adjourn the meeting. Our next meeting is going to be September
22nd.
27th?
Check it.
22nd
22nd.
at 6:30 here at the Town Hall. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to the Town Hall for any